in the spirit of openness with which you say you're going to run your administration, could you give us an insight into an area or areas where you came to London wanting something and didn't get it, where you compromised, where you gave something away to achieve the wider breakthrough agreement?
Well, I think that if you look at, that if you had imagined 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago, that you'd have the leaders of Germany, France, China, Russia, Brazil, South Africa, a president of the United States named Obama. Find a journalist here.
France.
All right. I'm going to call on this gentleman right here. He's been very persistent.
Excuse me, Richard Gang of China Central Television. Since the world leaders have been talking about increasing the voice and voting rights of developing countries, I would like to ask 2 questions instead of just one. First one, on behalf of China.
I may choose which one I want to answer.
Of course.
That's always the danger of asking 2 questions.
First one, you've had a very fruitful meeting with our president. And during the Clinton administration, U.S.-China relationship were characterized in Clinton's words, strategic, constructive partnership. During the Bush era, it was, the catchphrase was, quote-unquote, stakeholder. The Bush administration expects China to become a responsible stakeholder in international affairs. Have you come up with a catchphrase of your own? And certainly it is not the G2, is it? My second question is on behalf of the world. Politics is very local, even though we've been talking about global solution, as indicated by your recent preference over American journalists and British, which is okay. How can you make sure that you will do whatever you can so that bad local politics will not trump or negatively affect good international economics? Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, those are excellent questions. On the first question, your American counterparts will tell you I'm terrible with those little catchphrases and sound bites. So I haven't come up with anything catchy yet, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'll be happy to use them. In terms of local politics, look, I'm the President of the United States. I'm not the President of China. I'm not the President of Japan. I'm not the President of the other participants here. And so I have a direct responsibility to my constituents to make their lives better. That's why they put me in there. That accounts for some of the questions here about how concretely does me being here help them find a job, pay for their home, send their kids to college, live what we call the American dream.
Capable figure, thinking you're bigger than me, but you're not yet. You don't know a thing about